More than once I have heard the statement, well, you are such a small team, you are 15 people in our company, and you are turning quite big wheels for being such a small team. And this is true. I think we can be proud of that, despite being only a few people, we are capable of attracting customers that usually are expected to work with big houses. So we are involved in projects with Thales, for example. I can't reveal much of what we are doing with them because it's all related to future products that we are looking at. We have done more than a dozen of projects together with Pilatus Aircraft. Pilatus approached us in the early 2000s for the development of FTD for PC-9M. That is one of their training aircrafts they were selling at that time. And we had the pleasure to get involved into this project. Of course, we had a steep learning curve, but we managed it well, and this led to the fact that we supplied another 11 FTDs together with Pilatus for PC-7 Mark II, PC-7, PC-9M for this type of training systems that Pilatus provides. In case of the Pilatus FTDs, we did mainly re-engineering of the software features of the instruments that we replicated, and we did either use original hardware for the mechanical part integration or a combination of using, for example, a real bezel of a system and a display provided by us. So that is always leads to cost efficiency, technical efficiency, maintenance efficiency. So all these aspects are taken into account. The devices that now are running for almost 20 years, I am sure that we have taken the right decisions with the combination of real hardware and replicated hardware, because these systems, they run many hours, and of course, every now and then there's something that has to be looked up, but overall the performance of the systems is fantastic. Yes, we have one customer in Asia. They have multiple devices from us. We installed 5 FTDs at theirs, and they are running in average, now I must calculate properly, in average 3,000 to 4,000 hours per device per year. So the first device has been installed in 2014, and they have accumulated over 30,000 hours on this device already, which is a very high number, and the performance is really, it's a pleasure to see how these systems work like a clockwork. And that was also in the early 2000s when there was a cooperation with Diamond Aircraft, where we developed the first G1000 integration in FMPT or FTD environment. We developed the DA40 and the DA42, and at that time it was a very close cooperation with Diamond Aircraft, and this cooperation also brought us into a good relationship with Garmin. With the support of Garmin and also with feedback from our side to Garmin, we were able to establish a good implementation of the G1000 series in the cockpit systems, and this is still viable today, so it's still valid today. There is at the moment a project running with GFD, that's a German organization that is operating a fleet of Learjets, and they're doing services for the German Bundeswehr, flying targets with these Learjets. And we are involved in a project where we do an FTD for a Learjet 35, and this is a very beautiful piece of hardware that we are doing here. It's a cockpit which still includes many steam gauges, so not one of these fancy glass cockpits, but many mechanical parts, but also, of course, FMS and all the components that jet typically has are a part of this development. And this is a very interesting project that we are involved in at the moment. And we are involved in projects also with Airbus Industries. So this is, yeah, I think the reason why these companies come to us is they, on the one hand, they know Elite from our presence on the market. They have heard of Elite. They have seen or do see where Elite is involved and where Elite is being able to provide solutions. And they probably also see that where our solutions are deployed, that these devices, they work stable and reliably, and really they are tools to the training organization, because this is what our devices should be. The training organization or the customer of our system, the user of our system, should simply be able to turn the system on and use it, and not spend thoughts of whether will it power up, will it function correctly. Enter the system, power it up, operate, and that's it. So no fancy stuff, reliable stuff. This is what we want to achieve.